Okay, I hear the recording sound, so I suppose it's already live. So hello everybody, welcome back to Sumo Community Call of the Day. It's Wednesday, 23rd of September, and I know, like previously, I said that like we'll be meeting in a new time this week, but I just realized that I've booked the AV support for the entire month. So we'll be having the meeting with the new schedule for next week, which basically just a few hours earlier from this schedule. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that as well today, later today. Coolios, as always, let me just remind you all to add your name in the wiki page if you're like if you're in the call or watching the call from YouTube or from Air Mozilla, please add your name in the wiki page so that we know that you are watching the call or like you're with us right now. Cool. Next, I have a few shout outs for a few people that like joined our community just recently. So we have Bob, Sarwar, Selfa, Jubair, and I believe there are like 3 more that I haven't added in Conversocial. So those are basically people who are like kind of like graduate from the social support bootcamp and join us in Conversocial right now. So yeah, welcome everyone. And actually, we're planning to have some kind of like onboarding call with like the rest of the social support contributors. And that is like I think that will be for next week, and I have to schedule the meeting for that. But yeah, that's coming. So yeah, we'll have a chance to kind of like catch up on the social support world because we haven't been able to do so in a while. So yeah, if you wanna join the call or like like hey, can you also add me on Conversocial? Just ping me if you are interested to join us in Conversocial because we have unlimited unlimited space now. So just let me know, and if I already know you, I will not question. You just need to like add. You just need to fill out the form, and I'll add you on the tool. Hello, Justin.
Hey,
So yeah,
sorry I'm late.
that's that's the shout outs for the week basically, and we have a couple of updates and announcement from the community world. First is the new schedule for the upcoming community meeting, which is like some people already cast their votes on the doodle page that I have created a few weeks back, and I think most people vote for like I only see the time in my time zone, right? It's 9 p.m. So yeah, it's just gonna be like 3 hours earlier than the current schedule. Um, I won't say that this will be the final say because I think we'll just experiment with the new schedule for probably next month. So we're gonna try and see if the new schedule is actually work for everyone, and like iterate from there, right? To see if we need to find another schedule, or like maybe like change date or something. We'll see from there, because like the idea is just to make to sustain the call, the community call, right? Because like right now I don't have any, like there's nobody who can cover me for like if I like fall asleep in the middle of the night. So the idea is that like I want to keep the meeting, but we need to find a way to sustain this meeting in the future. So yeah, we're gonna see how it landed next month. So that will be like in a couple of weeks from now. Cool. So that's the new schedule. And then the next one is update about Kitsune, which I believe, I don't know, but yeah, some of you is probably already aware because we already have the banner in our website. So Kitsune is going to be under maintenance tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. UTC time. So that would be like 2 hours. And there are a few changes that are coming with this updates, which I believe like Danny here is pretty much excited that he will be able to modify like his username. And then we're also gonna add some more like basically update some of the data in the user profiles. Like we're gonna get rid of the Facebook account, Zillion, as well as IRC, and change it to community portal, PMR, or like phone, people.mozilla.org, and then metrics, because we don't use IRC anymore, right? So yeah, that is there are the things that like is coming to Kitsune tomorrow. You can already like try these functionalities in our staging website. So if you're very excited and wanted to see how this like this changes will be like, you can check out the staging site and try some things there, and probably like give us feedbacks if you have any of it. And if you find any bugs, please report to us. So yeah, that's from the Kitsune world. I'm gonna pause here. Oh, go ahead, Chris. I see your.
Is this the complete list?
Yes. Well, you can check the like the engineering team board for like the complete like changes. I can definitely share the link to you.
Yeah.
It's on GitHub. Basically, I can wait a sec. Basically,
I'm mainly interested in the email notifications for the spam filters.
yeah, I don't think that there will be any changes like related to those issues.
Okay.
But yeah, like the main theme of this update is basically the two of the things that I've already mentioned. So yeah, this you can see here. Let me just copy paste it in the chat. It's under the ready for release column. So you can see what are the things that are coming on the next release there. Cool. And also all the stuff that are like still in the pipeline.
All right, thanks.
Cool. Yeah, so that's the Kitsune update. I'm not sure if anybody else have any question. Cool. If not, then we can move on with the Firefox 81 update. GR. The Zoom room is yours.
Thank you, Kiki. So not much to update here. 81 went out yesterday, and Project Shirley was a big part of that. If you haven't got a chance to, I know Philip posted a blog post that has a really good rundown of a lot of the features that were getting fixed in Firefox 81, things that we were getting addressed, and also bugs. One thing to call out for 81 that the engineers thought would potentially impact the forum, and we might start getting questions about it, is a bug around print to PDF. There was a display issue coming up where essentially certain users go to try to print a PDF and the view there is looking very off and it won't allow you to see things properly. It looks like very minimized. So there's that. Along with that, we posted in the community channel that we do have a Sumo article for that. We have some recommended responses for contributors if we do start getting those questions around this in the forum for 81. So that's just something to keep an eye on. Firefox for Android also had an update go out yesterday where they were fixing a lot of the outstanding, I guess, user complaints specifically from the Phoenix migration. So there was a lot of feature parity specific things that users were very confused about or missing. And the Phoenix team took a stab at addressing some of the major ones like top sites. So keep an eye on that. And if you guys do see any issues or any bugs come up from those, then definitely ping me in Bugzilla or anywhere that you're seeing that stuff, because that's stuff that I would like to keep track of. Outside of these things, Firefox for iOS 29 is challenged. That is something that was supposed to go out on the 24th, so tomorrow, but they're still waiting on there's essentially a sticky issue with iOS 14 that caused them to have to do a dot release to 28.1. So they're trying to get 28.2 approved before pushing out V29. So we're assuming it'll happen this week, but it kind of depends on the App Store and when that gets approved. I'm sure you'll hear from us once it does get approved, so you guys know that the new update went out. But if you do have questions on any of those current releases or future releases, give me a holler.
Yeah, I believe that there's also another Firefox for Android update.
Which one?
Can we also talk about that? The new release, I believe there's a document. I'm not sure if we can talk about that, like with some changes that are coming in or already come. I think the documents say that it's going to be released on September 22nd.
So the Firefox 81, but for Android, that also went out yesterday. Yeah. So Firefox for Desktop 81 went out yesterday, and also the Phoenix version. So Firefox for Android went out yesterday as well. That's the one I was talking about that had a lot of the it had releases and feature updates specifically around the pain points off of the Phoenix migration. The Fennec to Phoenix migration, like top sites. So there's a couple of things like top sites and add-ons that got addressed in the update that went out yesterday that should help kind of reduce a lot of the pain points that users are having with the change from Fennec to Phoenix. So yeah, I mentioned that a little bit earlier. I don't really have a huge amount of specifics, but there's not a lot that we're seeing coming from it yet. I guess something to note is next week during the community meeting, I should have quite a bit more information on how these two releases are going and anything that we should keep our eyes on.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Also, there's one more question actually for me. So is the Firefox for Android, like the new Firefox for Android, will be like included in the train release from now on? Is that the case? Okay.
Yes. So essentially, the Phoenix team, the Firefox for Android, has moved to a 1-month train release as well, just like desktop. So we can expect a monthly release just like desktop.
Okay. Cool. Sorry. So yeah, that's for Firefox for Android. Oh, and I just want to add on the issue on Firefox desktop, like the printing issue. There is a CAN response actually that Johnny has already uploaded in Kitsune, which I can definitely share in the post that Philip has started. I think for now there's no like some kind of like concrete like workaround for that bug, but we are also working on a KB article to kind of like like try to see how people could resolve that issue. But for now, like there's a CAN response to answer like issue related to that. So yeah, I'll take a note to update the community forum after this. Cool. So yeah, that's kind of like Firefox 81 and Firefox for Android updates. So we're left with social support now and the response tool update. Basically on the social support side of things, we finished the training session for the whole like 2 weeks, and we have like 8 people, who kind of like graduates and like we give them access to Comfort Social. So those are the people that I already mentioned before that I give shout out to. So yeah, there will be a kind of like onboarding session for those new people, and also like a get together with the rest of the social support contributors next week, which I need to find time. But yeah, that's supposed to be scheduled for next week. And then on the response tool side, we kind of like make some changes on the response tool to address, like the backlog issue that we have, that we currently have, we used to have in the response tool. Basically, from the previous release, there are just a lot of reviews that, like stuck in our backlog. And then because the, like the way we show the review is kind of like random. So sometimes the reviews that are popping up first are like, like the old reviews, and that kind of like make us, like miss the questions that we can reply within our SLA. So right now, the things that you can see on the response tool are only the things that we have for the last 3 days, basically. So we're kind of like prioritize those, like those reviews, and then if those reviews are already tackled, then we will surface the other reviews in the backlog, basically. But we're gonna make like priority for those review in order to like hit our target SLA, basically, because it's just it's just very unfortunate if people reply, but then it doesn't get count as like our as like what we have accomplished. So basically we want to kind of like optimize the response tool for that.
Kiki, I could add a couple additional
Sure.
comments there. So in addition to only showing the last 3 days in that queue, we're also sorting by newest first. Previously, it was sorting randomly. So you might see a review that's from yesterday, and then you might see a review from 2 weeks ago. And so by sorting it by newest first, we can make sure that, again, as Kiki said, we're doing our best to hit our SLA target. And at the same time, just kind of responding to reviews that are most timely. And that being said, we haven't forgotten about the backlog. There is a large backlog of reviews that don't have a response yet, but but certainly need one. And we're investigating ways we could tackle the backlog in different ways. The main the main strategy right now is to export the Google Play reviews from the console like directly, and then organize around kind of sorting those reviews by topic, and then responding to specific topics that might have seen an update or a fix in a recent release to Firefox or Android. So I think the main thing here is that like we now have the ability to focus on new reviews moving forward, and I think that'll make the most impact. And we can then kind of look to the backlog when we have some updates to share and respond in a more strategic way.
Yeah, and I want to say that this is probably like similar issue that we also face in the social support world, basically on Twitter, because we have lots of noises on Twitter. So the challenge on social support is always to like filter the things that we need to focus on, that like need help, instead of just like some troll or like memes reply. Like we didn't expect that from the response tool. So our initial strategy was actually to reply to each review one by one. But then during the previous campaign, we realized that like there are just a lot of the same like trolling comments or reviews that not necessarily like need to be replied, and those are actually only just cause our contributors to like to feel burnt out, and just there are just too many negativity in the review that cause more harm than good for us to actually reply to. So we need to take a step back and like review our strategy, and like come up with a better strategy in order to tackle our current backlog that we have. So yeah, that's basically the context of the changes that we've made on the response tool. And yeah, I'm going to pause again here to see if there's any question so far about the social bootcamp or the response tool. I'm gonna check the our metrics channel as well to see if there's any question. Nope. So yeah, that's all I think. I thank you all for joining the meeting, and I'll give you 4 minutes back of your life. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.